So this is a look at how Sun and Moon from Security Breach and Ruin parallel our new characters Edwin and Fiona from Secret of the Mimic. For context, on the left is Edwin and on the right is Fiona. Edwin is the owner of Murray's Costume Manor, and their son David is the reason that the Mimic M2 was created. So what do we know about Edwin? He is shown as a parallel to Moon in Moon.exe. He is a good father to David, but violent towards M2. For Fiona, she is shown as a parallel to Sun in Moon.exe, and a good ending. She is a good mother, cared a lot for David, and as M1 she cared a lot for M2. We know that she designed at least some of the puppets for the Foxy show. On the left we have Moon and on the right we have Sun. These are the daycare attendants from Security Breach and Ruin. For Moon, we know that he is malevolent and aggressive, and there's often this repetition of "it's past your bedtime." For Sun, we know that they are energetic, happy and friendly, that they love children, and that they like to put on puppet shows. So what are the similarities? Fiona is the child-loving, friendly caregiver that does puppet shows / makes puppets. Edwin is the aggressive / abusive caregiver who always wants you in your bedroom. We know that Edwin follows this path of wanting you in your bedroom because in Moon.exe, we see this every time we get caught by Moon, who we know to be Edwin, and he tells you to go back to your bed. And for context, in Moon.exe, we play as the Mimic. So why are they being portrayed this way? We know Edwin isn't an abusive father. A workaholic, sure, but not abusive. This is how the Mimic, M2 / David, sees them. The Mimic sees Fiona as this wonderful, loving caregiver and Edwin as the aggressive / abusive caregiver. The Mimic sees Edwin this way because M2 was beaten by Edwin. He broke M2's legs just for doing what it was made to do, mimic David. While Fiona showed him love, Edwin taught him rage. But where does Eclipse fit into all of this? In Ruin, we see that Moon is now the dominant personality, and that Sun is taking a quote-unquote nap, which could parallel Fiona's death or the move into F10-N4, and how Edwin then became the main person in M2's life. Eclipse is made when Cassie reboots Sun Moon with the Faz Wrench, but we've seen this kind of reboot 2 other times too.
Happy birthday! Warning, warning! Child in danger! Safety mode active. Little girl, you can't be in here. It's dangerous. I need to clean up before we can open in the morning. Oh, this place will be flooded with kids. Come back soon and have a Fazerific day.
Cassie, what are you doing?
Sorry.
I love carrot cake. Happy birthday, Cassie.
Fox, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
The moral of the story is that friendship is the real treasure. Now it's time for bed. Your parents love you. Sleep tight.
I love you.
This shows us that the Fazwrench/data diver does not deactivate, it just reboots. Roxy wasn't deactivated, it just rebooted her and released her from the Vanny network where she was, for some reason, a security node. Eclipse is the rebooted default state. In essence, it's easier to explain it like this. Eclipse is Edwin and Fiona's happy marriage. Sun Moon is them being separate but still together. So Edwin's workaholic nature or his resentment towards M1, which would drive them apart. And Moon being dominant is Edwin being alone after Fiona is dead or moved into F10-M4. Eclipse being rebooted and coming back is then being reverted to that once happy couple again. This is their default state in the Mimic's eyes. So what does any of this mean? Security Breach, Ruin, and Secret of the Mimic are all telling us that Fiona and Edwin are parallels of Sun and Moon and vice versa. They parallel because of the Mimic. Something prior to Secret of the Mimic made him associate Fiona with the Sun and Edwin with the Moon. So when in the Pizzaplex and seeing them again, he immediately saw them as his parents. And Sun became the Fiona personality and Moon became the Edwin personality. The Mimic is playing house with them almost. This just reiterates that the Pizzaplex is under control of the Mimic/Vanny network, or that Sun Moon actually have Mimic technology in them. I think Ruin and Secret of the Mimic are showing the player what needs to be done to the Mimic. The secret ending in Secret of the Mimic wasn't canon, but we still need to reset M2 the way we've seen. Secret of the Mimic showed us that he can be rebooted like Roxy and Eclipse were, resetting them to a default state. So this was a look at the parallels between our new characters Edwin and Fiona, as well as Sun and Moon from Security Breach and Ruin. I hope this highlighted some parallels for you, and if you have any more, please leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a great day.